We don't live in a perfect world. It's far from perfect, but it's a place where we have love, emotion, feelings of goodwill and positivity. On the other hand, we also have complete opposites of these feelings in the form of hate, disgust, and contempt. And when these negative traits drive a person over the edge, it causes them to commit crimes. But what about people who confess to crimes which they didn't commit? Could there be any logical explanation for this? Let's find out. Humans have this weird habit of panicking under pressure. It is often those people who have carried out a crime who are cool, calm, and composed. They know what they put their hands into, and they are well aware of the consequences that come with it. They practically chose this path for themselves and their destruction. And even though they might have regrets later on about what they did, but in that particular moment of the crime, they refused to hold back. How concrete is a confession? On the contrary, confessing to an act which you haven't done is a whole different thing. How many people are wrongly convicted isn't known. For example, when a murder is committed, everything seems to be resolved when a confession from the guilty party is made. Although a confession is solid enough to jail someone for years, it certainly isn't enough. Confessions need to be tested thoroughly by the police to make sure the right person is giving the confession, and nothing he is telling is fabricated in any way. A confession needs to be based on facts, and until the facts aren't in place, no kind of judgment should be given. Ster Bridgewell, better known as Thomas Quick, has been sentenced to 8 murders. Yet he has confessed to killing 30 people. No witnesses and no technical evidence have been found in these cases. Why would a man increase the number of his kills? It doesn't make sense. Research-based police questioning. The reason people cave in so easily to something they didn't do is that questioning from the authorities isn't solid enough. The police need to carry out more scientifically based interrogation methods to find out the truth. A case from 2019 in Syracuse, New York, took place where police kept a man named James Guilford in a 10-by-10 room for 2 days, with occasional restroom breaks. Over 49 hours, 8 Syracuse detectives, working in rotating teams of 2, questioned him about his missing girlfriend. After 20 hours in the windowless room, without a clock, Guilford was given a sandwich, his only meal during that time. A judge later found no evidence that Guilford, who was picked up at 10:30 at night, never slept during the marathon questioning. Everything should be on videotape. In today's digital age, it is essential that human rights is conveyed to everyone since the start of the interrogation, and all questioning is recorded on video. Why is that? So that there is complete proof about the person being interrogated, his habits while talking, any unnecessary movements or signs, which he could drop while he is lying. The interrogation methods should always consider that the suspect is in a vulnerable situation, and finding out the truth is what counts. However, most countries have not abandoned the idea that the purpose of questioning is to get the accused to confess. System failure. The most popular reason for many of the people giving into the system is because the system is failing. The Innocence Project in the United States, using DNA evidence, has estimated that about 25% of all convictions have been based on false confessions. A 0.25% of people being wrongly convicted for something that they didn't do. How horrible is that? Even in a country like the USA. Some individuals are prone to false confessions. Studies have gone on to show that some people are prone to giving false confessions. It could usually be people with a low IQ or mentally ill who end up making false confessions. The witness psychology researcher points out that 130 people have now admitted to killing Swedish Prime Minister Olof Palme in 1986. None of these individuals have been charged or convicted. Likely all of them didn't have a low IQ, according to Stridebeck. Even in certain criminal groups, taking one for the team is common in the sense that one of the men working down the chain cover up for murder from someone higher up in the hierarchy by taking the blame on themselves. Other cases include a suspect feels so pressured by someone in the authority that they doubt their memory. How to break free. There are several ways this wretched game can be put to a halt, but everyone in society will need to play their part. Firstly, there should be better communication between the person claiming to be the criminal and the interrogation team. Instead of putting pressure on the person, if there is no clear hint that he might be involved, the team can go easy on the person and not target him physically or mentally. Also, collection of evidence and videotaping the entire thing is necessary. Everything, from the start of the interrogation till the end, must be on camera for better judgment. Most importantly, if it seems like the person is taking a fall for somebody else, then the authorities should reassure them that they will make it out of the whole thing safely if they give the name of the person who did commit the crime. False accusations are something that we all hate, but confessing to a crime a person never committed in the first place is just plain nonsense. Snapping your legs in half on purpose by jumping off a building never helps. It is only you that feels the pain and later on has regrets. So there shouldn't be a situation where you confess to something that you didn't do. The law might forgive you, but society doesn't.